Hey, it's great to see you.
Welcome to our new GaPa clip.
Today we just want to share a few bits about our life and ministry with you.
Of course, everybody wants to be at home for Christmas, so also we went to Germany to see family and friends. We spent our time with our friends and with my nephew and my niece.
And we already saw my whole family at the beginning of December because of my sister's big birthday.
For our first civil wedding anniversary, we visited the performance of a Christmas circus. I'm on the way to the airport to pick up Gabi. She was a little longer in Germany for her BA course in theology and culture. And at home we had a flowery reception. I got 2 tickets for my birthday for the kite runner. It's about Afghanistan, and now we are going inside to have a look at it. Unfortunately, we couldn't record during the performance. That's why Gabi explains what it is about.
The Kite Runner is based on a novel that was published in 2003, and then 2007 they made a movie out of it. Both Paulus and I watched it back then in Canada and in the US, and we did like it a lot then. It's worth watching it because it talks about society in Afghanistan at the time when the Russians invaded back in '79, and it's about the story of 2 boys and their friendship. It's also about some deep biblical themes about sacrifice and an honest lifestyle. And it really made us think more deeply about some of the topics mentioned in the movie.
I volunteer some of my time in the studio of OM, Organization Mobilization. And recently there was their grand opening and dedication.
And that's the time when I came back and I started to see how we can do more on the media side and change my ministry focus to the media. I wrote a project for the studio to build a studio here so we can deliver more content from here.
The studio is mainly broadcasting into Urdu language, that's for Pakistan. My task there is mainly giving technical advice. And then there are the exciting moments of a first live show in a newly equipped studio. Will everything work okay? The whole team is feeling tense. It went okay, but we need to improve something. Sissel, an English guy with Pakistani parents, coordinates the studio. At the end of the clip, he will give us more information about the studio.
As always, we will give you some prayer points, and thank you so much for supporting us in prayer.
After the prayer points follows the interview with Sissel.
But for now, we will say goodbye.
Bye.
I met a guy who has been running a project with the U version. So it's a Bible app, a very famous Bible app. And I spent a week with him, and one afternoon when we were sitting together, he asked me if I need 1 million Bible, how much money I need. And I said, oh, maybe if $3 a Bible, it will cost me $3 million. And he asked me, to deliver 1 million Bible, how many people do you need? And I thought, okay, maybe because we believe in friendship evangelism, we spend a year to build friendship and then give a Bible. Looking at that, maybe 200 years or so. And he looked at me and said, look, when Apple launched the App Store, they were the first Bible app in there. And in those 3 years, the time I met him, or 4 years, they have delivered almost 70 million Bibles in people's hand. And that was amazing. And I thought, wow, this is good, because I've been distributing literature in Pakistan and in the UK, but never thought that you could do 1 million in those many years. And so I changed my strategy. I start thinking how we can get involved in the media. We start working on the media side, producing programs and content. And that's where we had a vision to set up a studio. And we worked hard for 3.5 years to raise money, to have a vision, to have our organization agreeing that we can do the studio. And finally, last year, we started to build the studio in October. The goal of the studio is to really produce high-quality programs in Urdu language was the first focus, but we also want the studio to be used for other languages also, for Farsi, for Kurdish, for Somali, for Arabic, or Turkish shows also. So we will be open for all those language groups who wants to produce good quality with good content program in this place. To do this, when I set it up, I met Paulus while we were building this studio, and he came to see what we were doing. And while I was talking to him, he said his heart is to train people. So I thought, okay, I'm the best person who he can train. I can be a good student. So I asked him if he can give time for me in the studio to help and just give a guidance while we were setting up these things. And I also requested if he can find other people also. Actually, he was talking about a gentleman called Philip, and I was so excited. I said, okay, we can have him here. And God just answered my prayer, and he came to work with us for 1 year, and it has been really a good blessing. I think he's learning a lot in this process, because it's like putting the person who cannot swim, you just throw him in the water. So we have done with him the same thing, and he's learning a lot, but also really building a stability in the studio, because it's been a great help. Without these guys, I couldn't have done what I've been doing right now. So it's been a great opportunity to work together.
By the way, if you like the clip, you can like it. If you are a YouTube subscriber, you can subscribe to this channel. Then you will never miss another clip. We are looking for 100 subscribers for this channel. Then YouTube will give us more advantages. All previous GaPa clips you will find here.